For the last 2 weekends, we've been trying to get out to a local car boot sale to attempt to get rid of all the stuff that we just don't need anymore. But unlike this weekend, it's been absolutely tipping it down with rain, so the car boot sale's not gone ahead. So we've not really managed to sell anything. I've advertised some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, not had much success with that. So, we're going to go to the car boot sale tomorrow. That's Sunday, so you'll be, when you're watching this, maybe, if you're one of those people that watch it on the day it comes out, then we will have just been to the car boot sale and hopefully sold quite a bit of stuff, because we really need to have a real good clear out. We do know that we're going to have to keep some things, and we've made sort of some decisions around bits and pieces. So obviously we need to keep the top bed from the van, because we've taken that out and replaced it with a shelf. When we upgrade the motorhome to a bigger one, which will be probably next year, 2025, then we'll be sort of looking to sell that in its original state, so with the 5 berth. So we're going to be doing that, putting that back in. So we have to store that while it's not in, because we don't. It's just too difficult for us as oldies and less nimble to sort of get in and out of that sort of small space, or climb up to the top one, which has a bit more headroom. So we're not going to be clearing down all the storage space completely. So we've chosen a storage area in Sussex. So we're gonna, because it's south. If we're back and forward to Europe, then it's easily accessible if we need anything. So things we're going to keep. We're going to we sort of downsize the awning from the Outdoor Revolution T4, which is sort of 4.5 meters long, so almost as long as the van that we have now, but it was perfect for the Comanche. But so we've decided to keep that, because to replace it with a new one is going to be probably £1,000. And I know, if you're going to store it and it's going to cost you £1,000 to store it, you might as well just get rid of it and buy a new one. But we've got other things to store as well, and while we're having to have the storage, then we just might as well keep it, because we're going to pay for the storage anyway, and then we're just going to have that in there as well. So we've got to store the bed, and we're going to store the awning. There's the suitcase of memorabilia, photographs and bits and pieces, old letters and diaries and stuff like that we're going to keep. So that'll be in the storage, and that there isn't really much, but there is a bit. So we're having the sort of smallest storage space that we can get, which does save on the money a little bit, but our wish is that we don't have storage. But when we go up scale for the van, and bearing in mind we're not going to get a Comanche again, we're not going to get anything that big. Wendy's not sure about it, because it's difficult for the UK. When we go shopping normally, it's difficult to get in and out of places. The roads in the UK are a little bit smaller, more sharp corners and all the rest of it. It's not impossible, but it, you know, Wendy thinks that it'd be easier for us if we go for 7.5 metre van. And as I say, we've been looking at the deadlift trend, which actually we've seen, and somebody recommended it to us while we were in Spain, one of our subscribers, so thanks for that. You know, we've sort of been looking at those, because you can get those with an island bed, sort of a fairly open arrangement in the bedroom, so island bed, toilet and shower separate. You can get that configuration, but the toilet and shower sort of in the bedroom, away from, and then you've got closed doors and you're into the kitchen and lounge area, which seems like a pretty good solution actually, because you get a decent sized garage above the island, below the island bed, and lots of storage. And of course, you know, on the boat that's over here, storage is almost non-existent. The amazement that we had when we came, we took all the things out of the Comanche, which took us ages actually, and tried to find places for them in the boat. We couldn't. There was just so much storage in the Comanche. It's like, it seemed never ending. You know, huge garage, cupboards up above your head, all around the lounge, over the cab, all around, and then cupboards over the bed, storage under the bed, and so on and so on. So copious amount of storage. Almost none in the boat, which is why we have a shed to keep all the stuff in. It's crazy. But you know, so storage is a sort of thing for us, and I know, yeah, we do tend to collect stuff up. But what I can say is that I think we're doing quite well, in that we're being a bit more decisive, braver at getting rid of things. So, you know, most of the stuff we have around us we don't need. I get a bit twitchy about old computers, iPads, phones, hard drives, you know, and that's a sort of twitchy feeling from a sort of security point of view. You can't just throw a hard drive away. You have to clear it down and you know, make sure that there's absolutely nothing left on it, so that, you know, you can do a sort of secure wipe of hard drives, which is difficult to do if the old hard drives don't work with your current system. Pain in the backside. But I do have somebody locally here that I'm intending to contact that can clear data off, you know, retrieve any data I might want that I've forgotten's on there. I don't know, 1 or 2 hard drives I've got have a whole load of old photographs on that, you know, from 20 years ago that I sort of remember having, but I can't find in my current iPhoto library, because you know, iPhoto tends to blooming fill up. When you take a lot of pictures, you know, I do tend to take pictures quite a lot. The iCloud thing tends to fill up, even, you know. And I know there's alternative things and, you know, all that, but you know, photograph storage and organisation seems always to be difficult. You know, I know there's Lightroom, I know there's Google Drive, unlimited photo storage. I know I could go for 2 terabytes on iCloud, but it's like, you want to organise your photos and you want a lot of storage, and there doesn't seem to be a way of one price, you know, a one-off cost of organising your photos and having loads of storage. because you know they're not necessarily the same. They sort of are, but you know, I get fed up with subscriptions all the time. You know, it seems to be a subscription for everything, and I try and stay away from subscriptions. So, you know, but it's all those sort of things, you know. But we are getting there. We are making real good progress. We've made massive progress on the work we're doing on the boat. I'm really pleased with the one side. Let me just take you down and show you what we've done so far and how far we've got, and how pleased I am with what we've done, and then show you what we've got to do on the boat, on the outside, as we're still sort of living in the boat. So you know, there's a lot of stuff around because you know we've not got rid of all the clutter yet. It's sort of the clutter is piling up, as it were. Is not because we're gathering more stuff, it's because we're gathering it together to ship it out. And we've got a very busy afternoon this afternoon, Saturday, because we're going to load the van up with all the stuff from the shed that we're not keeping for storage. And then tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock we'll be down the road for the car boot sale and selling what we can on that day. My view is that if we don't sell all of it, then I sort of almost can't be bothered with doing it again. It just, you know, we've had stuff in the van for over a week, thinking we were going to go to the car boot sale the week before last and last week, and then it didn't happen, and we've got bags of stuff to sell in the van already, which is sort of, you know, big. And because we use the van as our daily vehicle, it is it just clatters around, you know. It's awful. This bit from going from here on the boat, and I've got to say, living on the boat on a day like today, when you can sit outside on picnic benches, is great. But going from this bit to back to full-time motorhome is a blooming nightmare. Anyway, let's take you down and show you the boat. A view of what it was like. I mean, much more like this, sort of red paint top coat peeling off, and the name was here. So we've got a new sort of stick-on name to go there, and then we are the yellow stripe, which goes which went all the way down there, but this is sort of stick-on tape. So we can only buy this in 10-meter lengths, so I've had to sort of break it up. So what I've decided to do is put a little black dot in the middle, as it were, to break that up, because the length of the side of the boat is like 13 meters. But all of this, I don't know if you can see the effect, all of this is green, has been painted. The red on top has been given a freshen up. All of this down here, that's all being given a freshen up. So you get bits like this. So that yellow tape is going to come down there, and sort of that was the sort of colour before, and then you see that much brighter stripe on there, and a much nicer sort of finish to the red on top. So it was all looking a bit tired, I would say. So it's all been freshened up with, you know, fresh green paint, the same colour as it was. I call it British racing green, and you might see sort of white stripes on it here like that, but those are the reflections of the of this boat. So this is where we come out to sit. Wendy's got a camping chair that finds that much more comfortable, but then we've got this picnic bench, and when it gets, as it has done over the last couple of days, it's been getting quite hot out here. We've got this nice sort of shaded area of trees underneath there. So that's our environment here, and that's how we're preparing for the decluttering, minimalistic living, back to more van life, and so on. You know, this is the this is the shady area that I've just shown you, which is really nice. It's a bit windy today, which sort of cools it down a bit, but you'll see, you know, we're able to sort of be outside in sort of t-shirt, so that's really nice. It's a really quiet, sort of lovely place here at the marina. You know, on days like today, it's a really, really nice place, but the problem is the winter. And you know, as you will have probably seen, we are both much happier when we are out and about in the van and living the van life, as it were. Get you with our boat in the background there. Yeah. So a much better life, if you like, when your spirits are lifted by the ability to travel, then life in general just becomes much better. You know, it's nice here, but we like to see more places, and we thought we'd be doing that with the boat actually, but we find the boat just too slow. 3 miles an hour up and down the canal sounds relaxing, doesn't it? But I found it not, because you've got to concentrate. You've got to have your hand on the tiller. You do on our boat anyway. Hand on the tiller all the time to stop you veering off course. The canals are not dead straight, so you always have to keep your eye out for boats coming by, and you know, it just wasn't that relaxing. Whereas going in the motorhome, you've still got to concentrate, of course, but you're getting somewhere much quicker, and you're going to brand new exciting places. So yeah, we just enjoy it so much more. So that's what we're going to do. Really exciting times coming up. We are second week in May, and I think we're the 11th of May today, 11th of May, and we are on the Channel Tunnel on the 24th of June, so not long. So we've got to, you know, get the boat sorted and done before we go, because we're a couple of months away, and then we're back, and then we're going away again in December. So lots of exciting stuff coming up, and we'll, you know, if the car boot sale goes ahead tomorrow, looks like it will, because it's been a beautiful sunny day for the last few days. I've seen adverts on Facebook for it, so I think it's going ahead. Maybe I'll do a bit of filming down at the car boot and you can see all the stuff we're getting rid of that's not going to go into storage. Anyway, that's it for this little video. Hope you've enjoyed seeing around the bits of work I've been doing on the boat. We've got the whole other side to do, seeing the sort of environment we're in, and hearing about our little future plans that we're getting done. It really is good to think about all that coming up. So stay tuned, stay with us, give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do if you enjoy this. Anyway, see you again next time. Bye bye for now.